Please let me know once you are able to view my screen.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Let me go to this. Okay. We have two kinds of relationships in Salesforce. Sorry. So one is a lookup relationship and second one is a master detail. So lookup is nothing but it's a relation between two objects. So if we create a lookup relationships in on specific objects, so that will be child. So on child object, we just create the relationship field. Even for master detail, so we just create the field on the child object. So that object will be in which object. If you're creating a field on object A, so that will be the child object. Okay. So I took the position object. So this one, let me create a new field. You'll be having options here: lookup relationship, master detail, and external lookup relationship. So external lookup relationship, it's nothing but it will be useful to relate this object to an external object. I mean, it's not in Salesforce; it's outside the Salesforce org. This is an external object. And coming to lookup relationship and master detail. So you can read it here. Lookup is nothing but it's like a loosely coupled relationship. Like let me create a lookup relationship. Next, here you have to select the parent. So to which object you are relating this position object. Let me select account. So in this case, account will be the parent and position will be the child. Okay. Next, and you can just give the field name account. And here you will be having options like say required. So if you check this checkbox, that will be the required field. So that will be the mandatory field. And there is one more option here: what to do if the lookup record is deleted. Here we'll be having two options: clear the value of this field. You cannot choose this option if you make this field required, and don't allow deletion of the lookup record. That's part of a lookup relationship. So if you check this one, it will not allow deletion. And if you select this option, the relationship will be deleted. I'll show you that. Click on next. So you know about these things, right? Field level security. Next and save. Now we have created the lookup field on position object. Let me open a position object. Let me delete all this. Okay, I'll open any one record. So here we'll be having that field. Okay, let me create a new record. When you click on new button, so it will ask all the fields like position name, analyst. So here you will be having that relationship field. This is the lookup relationship field. Here you have to click on this magnifying glass icon. Once you click on that icon, so it will show the accounts. So let me select this account, and if I save the record, so this is the child record for, let me open account. this is the parent record. So this is the ATT account, and this record is related to the ATT account, and this is the child record, and this is the parent record. If you come down, see, you can see the related list. In position related list, you can see that specific record. So this is the child record. And if I delete this record, let me delete this record. And let me go to account and refresh. And the position is no longer available. Basically, the lookup relationship, it will relate the two objects, but it is not tightly coupled. I'll show you again. Let me edit this record and select the same account. And refresh the account. So here we'll be having this position record. If I delete, see here we have the analyst position record is related with account, ATT account, right? So I'll just try to delete the account record. So this, I'm deleting this ATT record on account object. If I have deleted the account record, so if I delete the account record, that means this record, ATT record. So this record is deleted. I'm just refreshing this record, position record. You can see this record is no longer related to the ATT account because that account itself is not available. So in lookup relationship, if we delete the parent record, the child record will not be deleted. Only that relationship between the child and parent. So that relationship is nothing but this lookup value. So that will be deleted. So we can have the child records. I mean, we can have the records in the child object without the parent in lookup relationship. But in master detail relationship, it's not possible. So it is tightly coupled. So if for every child record, you should be having the parent record. That means this field, that master detail field, let me create the master detail field. Any questions so far? If you have any idea about primary key, foreign key, so it will be same as that primary key and foreign key. Okay, let me create a master detail. Then again, I'm creating an account. So here we'll be having different options here. Sharing settings. Select the minimum access level required on the master record to create, edit, or delete related detail records. So here it will be a read only. If it's a read write. So that means if someone is having access to the master, so they can able to access the child also. So we have to select what kind of access that is. Is it read only or read write? And allow reparenting. So this is a checkbox that allows reparenting. Is nothing but changing the parent. Let's say I have created a child record in master detail relationship. I have created a child record, and I just selected some master. Let's say ATT again. So I've created a child record in positions, and I've selected ATT account as a master. If I check this checkbox, in future I can able to, if I want to change the parent. So I don't want ATT. I want to relate that specific child record to another parent. Then it is possible if I check this checkbox. So child records can be reparented. That means we can change the parent. As of now, I'm not checking this one. See here, you can see this message, the message here. You cannot create a new master detail relationship on an existing custom object if records already exist. That means here we have a lot of records on position object, right? So if I directly create a master detail relationship on this object, so that field will be created on all the records, right? But as I said, the master detail, every child should be related with the master. That means that master detail field is the mandatory field, right? So if I create that field, in all these records, that field will be empty. So we cannot, if records are exist on a specific object, we cannot directly create a master detail relationship. Did you get this?
But we can make this as a master and relate to account right object as a child.
Sorry, I'm not getting.
I want this position to be a master and relate this position to the accounts and accounts will to be a child. Then you can create it, right?
So if you're asking on parent object, if we have records, then can we create on child?
No, I want positions to be a parent record and account as a child. Then I can create the master relationship.
Let me go to accounts. Here we have a lot of records, right? In any object, if the records are exist, we cannot directly create the master detail relationship because that is a mandatory field, and every child should be associated with the master in a master detail relationship. So in that case, the solution is we have to create a lookup relationship. Let me go to the lookup. So we have already created the lookup field, right? So we have to go to this field and we have to create a lookup field first. So here we have to create a lookup relationship. Then we should have all the we should have value in all these records for that lookup relationship, for that lookup field. Then only we can just convert the lookup relationship to the master detail relationship. Let me open analyst. Let me select an account here. I'm selecting some CA. Let me delete these records. I'll just show you how to convert lookup relationship to the master detail. Okay, now we have two records. One is analyst. So here we have the value in account. And let me open trainer. Here we don't have the value in account. Let me try to convert now. So in trainer we don't have the relationship between trainer and any account record. Okay, let me try to convert now. See, I just opened the lookup field. Let me go back. I'll show you again. So on position object, we have already created a lookup relationship, right, to account. So I'm just editing this field and change field type. And field type, I'm selecting master detail. So it was lookup earlier. Now I've selected the master detail relationship. Click next. Okay, everything will be same. Save. See, you cannot create a new master detail relationship on an existing custom object if records already exist. You must first create a lookup relationship and populate the lookup field with the data in all the records. That means we have to edit this record as well, and we have to select any other account and say. So in position object, we have only two records, analyst and trainer. And analyst is related with the account CA, and trainer is related with Dixon PLC. Okay. So here we have two records, and two records are related. I mean, the value in the lookup field is not empty. Let me try again. I'll try to convert from lookup to master detail again. Change field type. I'm selecting master detail. Next. Save. See, now it's converted. Now the lookup is converted to master detail relationship. Any questions so far?
What
are the differences between the two options, the master detail and the other one, the lookup relation?
Yes. So that lookup relationship is it's loosely coupled. That is nothing but for every child, there is no it's not mandatory to have a relation with the parent. So every child need not to have relationship with the parent. We can create a child even without selecting any parent. So that is a lookup relationship. And let me create another field. I'll show you the example. I'll show you the difference. I'm creating another field. So this is a master detail now. I'm creating another field. I've selected lookup. Click next and select. I'm selecting again account. Lookup. Now we have two fields. Account is a master detail field, and account LK is account lookup field. So it's a lookup field. It's a master detail field. Let me go to position and create a new record. See, you can see this is a master detail relationship, right? So it's a mandatory field. Let me. Okay, I just gave the position name developer, and I try to save the record. So I cannot save the record without selecting the master. Let me select a master. See, I have selected the master and I didn't select the lookup. It's empty now. I'm saving the record. See, now I can able to save the record. So that means this is a child record, right? So every child record should be related with the parent, related with the master in the master detail relationship. But in lookup, it's not mandatory. And again, I'm selecting, let me select the lookup and see. Now I didn't select the checkbox while creating the master detail, while converting the lookup relationship to the master detail. So I didn't select the checkbox allow reparenting. So that is the reason it's locked. So we cannot edit this record. We cannot edit this field. So we cannot change the value in this specific field. So this is a master detail field, and we cannot change the value. And this is a lookup field, and we can select another parent in lookup relationship. Okay. Okay. Let me go to. Okay. Let me.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm selecting trainer. Okay. I'll try to create new record again. Okay. And for master detail, I'm selecting CA. This is a account for master detail, and for lookup. Okay. I'm not selecting for lookup. I just save the record. This is a senior developer record. In senior developer record, I have a master detail field. Master detail. Sorry, the master record is CA. Okay. Let me create another record. Senior developer and consultant. I'm selecting another account, but for lookup, I'm selecting CA. Okay. So we have to report senior consultant and senior developer. Let me edit this view. See, we have these two records, senior developer and senior consultant. For senior developer, this is the master detail field. It is related with CA. And for senior consultant, this is the lookup field. Just concentrate about the CA. I'm going to delete this record. I'm going to delete this CA account. Let's see what will happen. Let's have a look again. For senior developer, the master detail field is CA, and for senior consultant, the lookup field is CA. Let me delete this. Okay, I'm just refreshing this. See, you can see that senior developer record is deleted because in the master detail field for senior developer, we have CA. So that means in the master detail relationship, if I delete the master, the child will be deleted. But the CA is a lookup value for senior consultant, right? So that is the reason senior consultant record is not deleted. Only the value is deleted. So the relationship is deleted. Did you get my point?
Yes.
It's simple. In master detail relationship, we cannot have the child record without parent. If we delete the parent record, so the child record will be deleted. So because without the parent, the child will not be, it will not exist. So that is the reason. If we delete the parent record, the child record will be deleted in master detail relationship. But in lookup relation, it's not mandatory. So the lookup field is not mandatory because that is the reason. If we delete the parent record in lookup relationship, only the relationship between these two records will be deleted. That means the value of the lookup field will be deleted. Any questions so far?
So if you're saying if you want to create a master record, you have to create lookup record first. That's it?
No, I'm not saying that. If we have records in an object.
Okay.
If you don't, let me delete all the records.
Murli, quick question.
Yep.
Is it possible to draw a picture or something? I think that will be probably more clear to everyone. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Draw picture. So if I draw a picture, that will be the relationship. I can draw a picture of relationship, but I cannot show the difference between master detail and lookup. Right?
Okay, just create a master record without lookup record.
Yeah, diagram would
it is like
definitely
entity
help.
relationship diagram. It is like a ER diagram.
Okay, entity relationship diagram.
Yeah, through that you can represent master.
No, I can see in the diagram perspective, it will be same. So here we have the relation, right? So for account, let's say this is a position record, right? Position object for, so we have relationship between account and position. So that is, one is a lookup relationship and one is a master detail relationship. So it looks similar, but if we come to the data, so if we delete that data from the parent, then the difference will come, right? I mean, we cannot show pictorially, I guess. I'm not. So how do you want me to draw the diagram? Let me open Paint. These are okay. So here master is also a parent. I just written master because uh, to differentiate lookup and master detail. But I don't know how to. Here.
Why don't you draw it like the child is inside the masters, and if you delete the masters, since the child it is inside, it's gonna be deleted both. But in the other
Yes.
relation, parent and child, they are separated, and if the parent goes away, the child is already out. So a child is going to continue, right? But in the first one, no, because the child is inside the masters.
Yeah, that's it.
Something like
He's
that.
right.
Something like that. It's an example, Right.
I'm not getting what you're saying. So you want me to draw the child inside the master?
Maybe just like a illustration purposes, why it's going to go away. It's like a baby that is inside of the mother. If the mother passes away, the child is gonna go. But if the child is already 5 years old and mom passes away, the child is gonna remain. I mean, it's some strategy example, but it's just like a way to have an idea why. But it's thank you for the explanation. At least I got it. I'm having it clear.
But if we draw the child inside the master, it looks like it's a subset of the master, but it's not actually the subset, right?
It's not a
Only
subset.
only that field will be the subset, we can say. But the remaining data which we have on the child record. So
I think in the previous picture
okay,
that you mentioned, so
me
you can just explain one by one that what happened in master relationship if the parent goes away, then what happens to the child, the relationship, and same thing for the lookup. So I think that way it can be more clear to everyone that. What happens if a parent goes away? What happens if the child goes away in both scenarios?
Sorry, can you please come again? Do you want me to show this again? But this is also wrong, I guess. So even if I draw again the lookup, but I cannot draw the object outside, because we have to for lookup field we have to select the value from this object, right? I'll show you this again. You want me to? Someone said you want me to draw the diagram like this.
I think this is clear. Thank you.
Okay, is it clear to everyone? Because this is an important topic, actually, the relationship between the objects.
Murli, just show it on the Salesforce. That's enough for us.
Okay.
Can you do it from the start, deleting all those positions, 2 positions you created, and can you show it from the start, please?
Yes, yes. Okay, as of now, we don't have any records on positions. Do you want me to delete the fields and create it again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, now we don't have any relationship fields on a position object. So it's a new object now. We don't have even any records. Earlier, when we tried to create a master detail relationship field directly, it was showing we cannot create the master detail field directly on this position object if the records exist, right? So now we don't have any records on a position object. Now we can directly create. Do you want me to show directly creating master detail, or you want me to create records and create a lookup field and convert them that to the master detail?
Maybe first the simplest way first, and then the most complex. So we go
Okay,
from lowest
generally we don't get when we create an object. So if we are clear that that object should be related with what are the objects, then if we are clear with that while creating the object, then we go with the master detail and lookup relationship directly. I'm sorry, we go with the master detail relationship directly.
Okay,
But in most of the cases, it will not be like that. So when we have a records, then we get the requirement like this object should be related with another object. So in that case, we have to create a lookup relationship, and then we should have value in this lookup field for all the records. Then we have to convert that to master detail. So it will be like that generally. Okay, I have already shown that how to convert the lookup relationship to master detail. So I will directly create the master detail now. See, now I'm checking this checkbox, allow reparenting. Okay. Earlier, I didn't check the checkbox while converting the lookup lookup to master detail relationship. That is the reason we were not able to edit that field value. Okay, now I've just checked the checkbox, allow reparenting. Let's see how it will be now. I'm going to I'm going to select master here. I'm saving the record. See now, see it is showing the pencil mark. Now we can able to select another parent. We can do that now. Allow, we just check the checkbox, allow reparenting, right? This is the checkbox. And if I uncheck this and save the record, see it is with pencil mark now, right? So I'll just refresh this page. See, now it is showing the log symbol because we are just unchecked that allow reparenting option. So we cannot change the parent now. So once this test account, let me go back and again check the checkbox, allow reparenting. I'm refreshing it. Let me select. No, okay. We have the test account. Okay. Let me go to account, test account. So I'm just deleting this record. So here we have the developer record with the test account as a parent, right? I'm going to delete this test account. I just deleted the record test account. So let me come back to position. So it was there. Now I'm just refreshing this record. See, the record is deleted. So when in master detail, when we delete the parent, the child will be deleted. Let me go back and again create. I'm just creating a lookup now. Now we have both the fields, master detail and lookup. Okay, let me, so we don't have any records. Let me delete the master detail. Now we have only the lookup field. So these are the additional accounts. Let me create another account. Then I'm just creating test account. Now record. Position name some. I'm selecting test account again. I just save the record. This is the record that we have just now created, and in this is the lookup field. So I'm just going to delete this test account record. Let me delete it. If I refresh this page, you can just see this value will be deleted. I'm going to refresh. See that relationship between the test account and this trainer. So these the relationship is deleted, but we have this trainer record in a position object. So that's the main difference between the master detail and lookup relationship. Is it clear now?
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah. And we can, I think on a specific object, we can create 25 lookup relationships for a specific object, for a single object, and we can create only 2 master detail relationships. We cannot create more than 2 master detail relationships on a specific object and 25 lookup relationships on a specific object. If I create 2 master detail relationships, let me create a master detail field. We do have the record. I'm creating a master detail field, an account. So I have created master detail field on account, on position object relating with account. I'm going to create another master detail field. I'm selecting contact. See, now I have 2 master detail fields on position object. One is for contact and one is for account. Let me try to create another one. See, this master detail is disabled because we cannot create more than 2 master detail relationships on a specific object. Okay, when we create like this, when we create a 2 master detail relationships, so it will be like, let me open a paint. This is the account. And this is the contact. And this is position. So here, if we have 2 masters, so if this is the if account is a master, contact is a master for position object, then we call that position object as a junction object. So this will be the object. And this is one master, and this is another master, and this is the child.
Hi, Murli.
Yeah.
So suppose I have 3 objects, student, classes,
Okay.
and payment. Okay.
Okay.
In this, student number is a common object. Okay, so means student object has a student number, and it course is related to the student, and payment also related to the student.
Okay.
So in that case, so student will be the parent and the other 2 will be child, right?
No, I think course will be the parent because student has to select the courses, right?
No.
One student can, one student can enroll with more than one course, right? They can
Correct.
So what's your requirement? So in that case, then student will be the child and course will be the parent. You can have course 1 and course 2.
Okay.
I mean, different multiple courses.
Okay. Gotcha.
And here we have the position object, and position object has two master data relationships, and one is for account and one is for contact. Then in that case, position will be the junction object. So it will be junction object between the account and contact. So by using the junction object, we can achieve the many-to-many relationships. Did you get that many-to-many relationship? I'll show you how it is. We don't have any records in position now. Let me create 2 records. I'm selecting account Dickinson PLC. I'm selecting this one. And contact is Peter. Let's save this record. I'm creating another record. Developer. Account, I'm selecting same account. And contact, I'm selecting theme bar. And let me create another position. I'm selecting Peter again. I'm creating another record. Theme bar, J. Sorry. Here we have 4 records: analyst, developer, senior analyst, senior developer. See, for analyst, I mean, how to achieve that many-to-many relationship. How to achieve many-to-many relationship. So on position object, I have 4 records. For account, I have only 2 records: Genipoint and Dickinson PLC. And for contact, I have only 2 records. I mean, 2 contacts: Peter and Timba. So if we create a junction object between account and position, then the relationship was there from between Genipoint and Peter, Genipoint account and Peter, and between Genipoint account and Timba. And in the same way, Dickinson PLC account and Peter, Dickinson PLC account and Timba. So the relationship between account and contact. So this is a many-to-many. From Genipoint, we have a relation with Peter, and from Genipoint, we have a relation with Timba. And from same Dickinson PLC, from this account, we have a relationship with Peter and Timba again. So from every account, we have relation with all the contacts, and for every contact, we have relation with every account. Did you get my point? This is the this is object which is in between account and contact position. Did you get this?
Murali, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you have many-to-many relationship now.
Yes.
The way the example you showed. Suppose I did Dickerson.
Sorry. If you
take out the account.
If you delete this account.
Yeah. So then
And
it
yes.
becomes one-to-one relationship instead of many-to-many.
No. If
Because
you delete this,
if I take out the account, that means it has to take out both the children, right? the developer and the senior developer. Both will be gone.
No. See, developer and senior developer, these two records will be deleted.
Yeah. So then it's going to be analyst and the senior analyst. So it's going to have only Gene Point, and it's going
Yes,
to be
Jenny Point. It will be
one-
Jenny Point Peter and Jenny Point Timbar.
Timber.
So you're saying it will be one to many.
One to many instead of
But if we create another account, then it will be again many to many, right?
true.
So we are just deleting the data here, not the relationship. I mean,
So you can't delete the relationship anyhow. So
no, we have already established the relationship between these two account and contact object by creating the two master detail fields. If you want, we can delete the data. It's the point which you're talking about is about the data, not about the relationships. So
Yeah,
if you
that's
delete
true.
that, if you delete that account, Dickinson PLC, then the associated child records on the position object. So those records will be deleted. But relationship, again, if you create the same without touching the fields, without touching the relationship fields, again, if you create data on account and if you relate that specific position record to that account again, so again the relationship will be established, right? So we cannot touch the relationship. I mean, we cannot delete the relationship until and unless we delete these fields.
we delete all the fields. Yeah, erase the whole database. So.
Yeah, it's about the data.
Yeah.
And this is the only way to achieve many-to-many relationship in Salesforce. Everyone is clear with this?
Hey, hi Murli.
Yeah.
If you said like that, there is a relation between the account and contact also. But
Yes.
if there is a child is missing over there, then still there is a relation between account and.
Now, if you don't have any child, if you delete these records,
Yeah.
but the fields will be there, but you don't have the data. You'll not be having the data, right? But fields, until and unless you delete the fields, the relationship will be there.
Okay.
But if you delete these position records, are you talking about the records, right? Position records.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you delete the position records, I mean the junction object records, the data will be deleted, but relationship will be there.
So yeah, but still relationship will be there.
Yes. Once you create a record again, then relationship will be there. I mean, if you don't have any data, there is no point of creating the relationships, right? So obviously data will be there.
Yeah, I mean, you said like that if we delete the child, but still a parent will be there, right? If we delete the parent, then child won't be there. But if we have the two parents for same child, it's like account and contact here. But if there is a child is missing, then still account and contact will be there. Means two parents will be there, right?
Yes, if you delete the records on this, the records on account and contact. So the records, I mean, if you delete these four records, the Jenny Point account will be there, and Peter contact will be there, and Dickinson PLC account will be there, and Timbar contact will be there. So the data will be there on the parents. But if you delete these records, the relationship between this data, I mean, between Jenny Point and Peter and Dickinson PLC and Timbar, so the relationship between these data will be deleted. But once you create a record again, if you select any account and any contact, then again the relationship will be established.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions?
One more, like it's kind of like a primary key, or it's kind of the foreign key.
Yes.
Primary key, right?
Yes.
Master key, and whatever you explained in lookup relationship, that's role as a foreign key.
Yes, if this is the primary key, this is an account object, right? So account in account object, account name, this is the primary key, and in the position object, so this will be the foreign key. So it's not related to the position object, but it's related to the account.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now it's clear. More.
Any more questions? And in Salesforce, and even we can achieve one-to-one relationship also, but that's not part of this course. So we have to That's another way. Any other questions?
No, actually.
So generally, once we create a master detail field on any object, it will be a whatever master detail or lookup. It will be a one-to-many relationship. So one child, one master can have multiple childs. So it will be a one-to-many. And if you create two master detail relationships, then it will be like many-to-many. If you create these two fields on a single object. And this is important. We call this position as a junction object. Any more questions, guys? If you don't have any questions, then I'll give you some assignment. Guys, see here, First, you have to create a lookup relationship on a specific. Are you able to view the notepad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here you have to create a lookup relationship field on a custom object, and you have to relate with account, and you have to create a few records on the same custom object, and you have to create a master detail relationship. I don't know how you will create. So I explained, right? If you have a records, how to create a master detail, and if you don't have the records, how to create. So you have to create the master detail relationship on the same object. If you have, even if you have the data, and we have to relate that master detail field with account, and you have to make that custom object as a junction object, relating account and contact, and make any of the master field. I mean, you will be having two master detail fields on this custom object, on your custom object. Then you have to make any one of the master detail fields editable. So you should be able to change the master detail, change the value in the master detail field. Are you clear with this?
Yeah, click on that checkbox.
Yes.
Is it for the reparenting that it's allowed for number 5?
Yes.
Okay.
So generally it will not be editable. So if you don't, by default, it will not be, that field, master detail field will not be editable. So I've just pasted this in the chat. If you don't have any queries, then we can close for today.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.
Bye.
Thank you.